Okay, another Kevin Spacey flick. Let's see what he's got planned. Let's hope this is not some sort of Ocean's 11 ripoff. Yo, what is up, my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing 21, about Ben Campbell, played by Jim Sturgess, a brilliant student at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, who needs some quick cash to pay his tuition bills. He joins a group of students who, under the leadership of unorthodox Professor Micky Rosa, played by both Hopper from A Bug's Life and Jonathan Irons from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare himself, Kevin Spacey, use their math skills to win big at Las Vegas. Seduced by a beautiful teammate, played by Bosworth, and loads of money, Ben learns that the stakes are higher than he ever imagined when he crosses paths with casino enforcer Cole Williams, played by none other than Laurence Fishburne himself. Okay, where to begin with this movie? Well, first off, let me touch on the film's character development and the film's story and how it was executed. Again, just like what I said in my review of Jumper, which is a coincidence because this movie came out a month after that horrendously bad Hayden Christensen movie. But still, either way, I have not read the novel that this movie is based off of. But as a movie itself, unlike Jumper, I thought this movie was way better. I'm being serious here. It follows a main character who is socially awkward, who's called to action to play the biggest casino card game in history, so that he could win big money and save up enough for his Harvard medical school. But throughout the course of the movie, in terms of its character development, he knows right away that too much experience can lead to pushing your friends away. And also, and this is a big one, it can lead to temptation to splurge your money that is meant to pay the tuition bill at Harvard Med. So in terms of its dramatic and emotional tone, you understand the internal struggle, and you understand why he's hesitant to join the team in the first place. They do not develop him as a big shot throughout the whole movie. No, they played it smart with him. He becomes the big shot during the middle half of the movie. But when the odds are turned against him, he realizes at the last second that he screwed up big time, and he's willing to make it right and play the game the proper way. Kudos to the writers at Sony Pictures, Relativity Media, Trigger Street, and Michael DeLuca Productions for developing Ben Campbell as a socially awkward student who does have his ups and downs throughout his personal life. But he does work hard to earn enough money for Harvard Medical School. Keep up the good work, guys. Now, the direction coaching from Robert Luptik wasn't perfect. Plus, I didn't even know that the voice of Olaf from Frozen is in this movie. Again, I did not look him up on Google or IMDb or anything like that. I just saw Josh Gad's name during the beginning credits of this movie. That was it. Just shown in plain sight. Bam! Starring Josh Gad. But he plays one of Ben's friends in the movie. Sure, he's not in it that much, but he does provide social support for Ben in the movie nonetheless. And for me, personally, I enjoyed his character in the movie. But if I have to choose which of these characters is my most favorite, I would choose Jill Taylor, Kate Bosworth's character. She's the one that convinced him into joining to play the card game in the first place. But she also plays that personality that whenever things don't go his way, she has to step in and tell him that whatever he's doing is not going to work out. And he has to play the cards properly so that way he doesn't screw it all up. And Kate Bosworth's portrayal of Jill Taylor in this movie is phenomenal. Props to Robert Luptik for coaching your actors and actresses and getting them into character throughout this movie. I'm interested to see more of your work once I get around to them soon, so stay tuned for those. Now, when it comes to the action sequences in this film, they only showed 2 action scenes in this movie, but they were developed in a way that flows with the movie's story and plotline. It was not used in a way that feels desperate. In fact, I was glued to the screen on what might happen afterwards. So again, kudos to the writers of this movie for developing the action sequences and using them as a means to tell a story, rather than use action scenes for the sake of entertainment. Now, when it comes to the camera work and cinematography, the scenes where the card game element comes into play, the way the camera films those scenes where Ben is just locked in, and he's counting the cards carefully and precisely, is not only well shot, but I thought the editing was just spot on. Now, granted, it's not as good as I hoped it would be, but at least the camera work in this movie was way better than Jumper was, that's for sure. Now, if I had to touch on some issues with this movie here, the element of the film I thought was a bit predictable was that the villain seemed a little too obvious. No spoilers, but even during the beginning of the movie, I said to myself, you're the villain. Don't try to hide it or deny it. You know you're the villain in this movie. And because of that, it kind of ruined the surprise for me. And I wish that they would just keep it a secret a little more so that I can treat it like it's a twist in the story that I didn't see coming. But still, other than that, guys, in the end, I thought the movie 21 was a fun movie. Granted, it's not one of the greatest movies of all time or anything, dealing with the fact that the villain was a bit predictable for me, which again, no spoilers on that at all. Just watch the movie and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I still thought the characters were memorable, the story was entertaining, the camera was well handled, and the editing was amazing. In short, it's not perfect, but I still enjoyed it overall. And as a result, I rate 21 4 out of 5 stars. You don't have to watch this movie if you don't want to, because I know that for some of you, this movie might not be your cup of tea, and I understand why. But for those of you who are interested in watching this film, knock your socks off. But either way, draw your own conclusions. So the movie 21, have you seen it? If you have, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Answers down below, please. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share it with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on my Instagram page and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. Also, you guys don't have to do this if you don't want to, but if there's a rare chance that you are interested in doing so, there's a little join button down below the video, just right next to the subscribe button. If you click on it, not only will you join my YouTube membership program, but you'll also have access to loyalty badges, custom-made emojis that I created for myself, week early videos, and a special shout out from yours truly. So if that's something you're into, click the little join button down below the video and become a member. It doesn't cost you much. It only costs about $2.99 a month to join. But make sure you click on that button and you'll become an OG Cinedroid in no time. Also, I set up a Patreon page for you guys to check out as well. There'll also be a link in the description so that way you can visit my page and gain access to up to 4 membership tiers. On my page, I post reviews a week early before you get to see them posted on this channel. I'm also planning to do nerdy fan polls, book audio reviews, and full-length movie/TV show commentaries, both audio and visual, on my page as well. So if that's your cup of tea, if you guys are interested, go to the link below, become a patron, and let's get to know each other a bit more. Also, if you want to subscribe to my gaming channel, there's either a link in the description or at the icon card at the top right corner of your screen. Go over there, subscribe, and let's just have fun together. Also, if you want to subscribe to my GS Productions After Dark channel, where I review movies, TV shows, and video games that are strictly not for families, there'll also be a link in the description so that way you can check out that channel if you're feeling frisky. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.